home video I am going to have a bit of a chat with you guys. It's kind of a haul, but a haul for the things that were too big for us to put into another of the home haul videos. So I'm not talking about little things that you go and buy for the kitchen, things that are ornamental, not things that I can hold in my hands. These are some of the things that we bought for the house that I was kind of wondering the best way to show you, and then I thought I would just sit here, I would chat to you, I would explain where they're going to go, and then I would insert a picture. So I will insert pictures for all of these items because I don't have them here, they're big, they're not able to be held up, and they're in the house in boxes waiting to be put on walls and things like that. So the first thing that I wanted to chat about, in terms of furniture, the house really is going to be filled with bits and bobs that we've collected over the course of living together in London, things that my mum and dad didn't need. We're not going to buy too much furniture at once, straight away at the beginning. We already have quite a bit of furniture, we don't really need to buy that many new things. I do think it's nice to live in a space, and realistic to live in a space when it's not completely finished and you want to decide where things go. So the main thing that we have our eye on, and we haven't ordered it just yet, is a sofa, and the sofa that we have seen is from made.com. I actually saw two sofas from made.com. The first one I fell in love with, and it was called the Vittorio, and I dreamt about this sofa, I dreamt about my life with this sofa. I was so excited about what I was going to watch on Netflix on this sofa, and it's going to be fantastic. And it was only when we got in the house and I was like, oh, we should just measure before we order it. Smart thinking, Gemma. We actually measured, and it was way too big to go in the space, and I'm talking like monstrously big. It would have made the room look terrible, it would have just been ridiculous, and I was devastated because I loved that sofa and I really wanted that sofa. And the weird thing is, I spent ages convincing Matt that that was the sofa for us. He wasn't sure, he didn't see anything else that he liked better, but he was just kind of like, oh, I'm not sure, I do like it, but I'm not sure I'm in love with it. And then when he finally sort of came around and said he was the perfect sofa for him, it was too big. So that was a bit of a bummer, but one day I will own that sofa, and we'll just leave it there. One day we'll be reunited. And I actually went to the made.com showroom because I didn't know they had a showroom. I was poking around on their website and they have a showroom in Notting Hill, so I went over there because I'm really fussy when it comes to sofas. I like style, but I don't like style over comfort. I like style and comfort, and I think they can sort of like sit like this side by side. So I really wanted a really stylish sofa that would look really nice in that living room, because it's not a big living room. The sofa is going to be the main thing in there because we're just going to have a sofa and a coffee table, maybe some books in there, but the TV is going to be on the wall. It's not a huge room, so I didn't want to sort of overpower it. So I wanted to go in person because as much as I love made.com's furniture and their aesthetic is beautiful, it is an online store, and so when I found out they had this showroom and I could sit on the sofas, that was great. So I was already in London filming for my channel with Estee, and I thought I'd pop over there, sat on some of the sofas, and I fell in love with a sofa called the Richie sofa. Now Matt actually likes this as well, which is good. They did have a Vittorio. I knew it was going to happen because it shows on the website what they've got in the showroom. I knew it was going to happen, walked in there, saw it, majestic, beautiful sofa. But yeah, I fell in love with the Richie, which is more suited to the space in our living room. So I did blog about that, and there are pictures of the showroom on my website and a post on it if you want to see that. I'll link it up below. The other thing that so the sofa we haven't ordered yet, and made.com take like up to 12 weeks delivery time, so we definitely won't have the sofa for Christmas. However, that's okay because we do have a small two-seater sort of white sofa that we got from IKEA from our London flat, so we can put that in the space for now. We'll have something to sit on, and then when we know the right sofa for us and we know that the right layout, then we can go ahead and do that. So I think that's kind of smart in that room. In the living room, I did tell you guys we were not going to get the fire done, we were going to get it done ahead, you know, next year or something like that. We are getting the fire done now. I think it's probably going to cost about 1,500, something like that, to get that done. So it was something that we were sort of, we weren't sure whether to do now or do later on, but we do think it's important to get it done now and be really warm for the winter, even though there is central heating throughout the whole house. But I think that'll be a really nice feature in there, and we are getting a good deal. That includes the fire as well, so we are getting quite a good deal because he knows the builder that is in the house now, and I just thought, you know, it's going to cost us more further down the line, because a lot of work needs to be done to the chimney, and then it's all got to be made ready. So that is happening now. So we have picked a fire. It will be on your screen right now, and I'm really happy. It's a decent fire. It's not one of the most expensive ones, but it's DEFRA approved, which is good for zones where you have to have low smoke output or something. I don't think our area is one of those areas, but it's a good thing to have apparently, so we have picked that one, and that was from a website, I think it was called Stoves R Us, which made me laugh, but the builder's friend recommended it, so we went on there, and it was one of the best ones that we'd seen, so that's where we got that from. And now onto the fun stuff, which is my favourite part, the bathroom stuff. And I really had an idea in mind for this bathroom. For our master bathroom, I wanted double sinks. Now, to all the people in the US watching this, double sinks are sort of like commonplace. I think in the US you have them quite a lot in your bathrooms. In the UK, not so much. We don't really have double sinks that often, maybe in a hotel room, in a luxury bathroom, and they're usually fitted and kind of sunken in, and it's really hard to get double sinks in the UK on the high street in a random bathroom store. I found that out the hard way. I didn't think it would be that difficult, but apparently it's quite difficult to find them unless you kind of get them custom made or you want one specific look. Had a very specific idea in mind of what I had about 6 specific ideas in mind. I went all over Pinterest, I picked the styles that I liked the most, and then I took those styles and I said, look, I like this like 6 to 8 collection of sinks, can you do something like any of them? They all said they could do something like them, but they would be sort of in the thousands, and I didn't want to spend thousands of pounds on a sink right now when we've got so much else to focus on, and I was just kind of like, so we did a bit of reassessing, we tried to play with different things, and we were going to just get 2 single basins like side by side, which was all over Pinterest as well. I thought that looked really nice, but what we ended up doing was buying a double sink unit. Now, a lot of these double sink units are about £800, they are wall hung, and they have drawers and things like that, but I did a lot of haggling with this sink, and if you guys want a video on how to save money and how to budget and where you can save your money and where you shouldn't save your money and you should pay the little bit extra, then let me know, because me and Matt would be happy to do that, and we've done a fair bit of haggling since we've been doing this house up, so I feel like we have a little bit of experience to share with you. So I got my haggle on, and I ended up getting a double sink unit with mirrors, shelves, all the taps and everything for £350, which I don't think was that bad, and I ended up buying a lot of things from this one particular place. It's actually in Burnley, so if any of you are in the northwest, we were not planning on looking in Burnley. I've never been to Burnley before, but I found them via their eBay store, and then I decided to drive over because I thought the prices were good and it was worth the drive. So we drove to Burnley, and that's where we got the stuff from, and we actually did a couple of trips because it wouldn't all fit in my car, but it was worth it because we saved a lot of money, so I'll link them up. It was a bit of a haggling situation. I did a lot of haggling, got a lot for my money basically, and yeah, it was definitely worth the trip for us. So we have this double sink unit which is white, and we have the mirrors and things like that, and in the respect of the toilet, I'm really specific with the kind of toilets that I like. I like really modern, especially with that sink because it's square, kind of squared off. I really wanted something that was quite modern looking, so we went for a square toilet, and I never thought I'd see the day where I would be like thinking about what kind of toilet I wanted. I thought a toilet was a toilet. No, a toilet ain't a toilet. So we got a more squared off toilet. The bath is kind of already in there, so we decided to go for a concealed shower. We again did a bit of haggling with this one and apparently got a good deal. I didn't know that showers were so expensive, but yeah, we got a pretty good deal, and we got a really nice Italian made silver valve set, and then metal sort of square modern head, so I'm quite happy with that. In the spare, well, the wet room, we're calling it the wet room because it is a wet room, but that will be our ensuite for our guests. In there we have bought a sort of little cloakroom sink because it's not the biggest space, it's quite tight space wise, and we don't want to put things in there that are going to make people feel like they're really hemmed in, because it is a tight space, it's quite an unusually shaped space as well. So we got a little cloakroom sink. It comes out about 250 millimeters, so it's really not that deep, but it's just there for guests to brush their teeth, have a wash, you know, wash their hands, that kind of thing. It serves its purpose and it's not going to cramp up the space too much, and again that's quite modern and quite angular, and it's got a little bit of storage in there as well. In this wet room I really struggled to find an electric shower that I liked. So electric showers are not that attractive in my opinion. It's really hard to find a nice one that is reasonably priced. So I always associate electric showers with the white box on the wall and the white flexi cable, and I wanted something that was a little bit cleaner because the wet room is going to be completely tiled, and we are spending quite a lot of money on the tiles, especially for the floor because they've got to be mosaic tiles. We are spending quite a lot of money on that, and that room is not going to be cheap, and I didn't want a really crappy looking shower to detract from the modern clean lines that we got going on in the wet room. So I was on the hunt for a nice shower. Now I'd seen a lot of showers that were really expensive, glass ones and touchscreen ones, but this shower, I mean, as much as I want it to be a nice shower, it is the guest room, it's not going to be used all the time, we're going to be showering in our own bathroom, so it's not going to be used a lot, and I wanted a good quality shower, but I didn't want to go crazy and spend more money on that shower than our shower just for the aesthetic. It was a headache. I didn't think it would be that difficult. I honestly thought electric showers would have come on a lot more than they have apparently. So I ended up settling on a Triton shower, and I settled on the Aspirante, which I think is really clean and modern looking. It isn't a, you know, it looks like an electric shower, but it's sort of an updated version, and we got it in the gunmetal grey colour, and I think it looks just as simple and as sort of chic as an electric shower can, really, I guess. So yeah, that is what we went for in the bathroom. I just want to let you guys know that next week's video, instead of being up on a Tuesday, is going to be up on Wednesday night, and the reason for that is that tomorrow morning, early in the morning, we are going on holiday, and the exciting part of this is when we get back from holiday, the house will pretty much be done. There will still be little bits here and there that they need to do, and obviously it won't be painted because we are doing all of the painting ourselves, but when we get back from holiday it's going to be finished. So rather than upload an update video or just a talky video next Tuesday, I thought it would be really fun if we filmed our first reaction to the house and what it looks like. So we've never seen the tiles, we've never seen all that kind of stuff like actually on the wall, and it'll all be finished. So yeah, I thought that would be quite an interesting video to show you, a little bit more exciting than just me sitting here. And yeah, we get back on Wednesday afternoon, and we've got to go straight over to the house and take a look and make sure everything's okay and pay the builders, and I will film that for you guys. I'll show you our thoughts, and yeah, I'll show you a proper house update, sort of almost live, because I'm going to hopefully film it on my iPhone and upload it straight away. So I hope you guys are excited for that. I know I am. I think it's the first time in my life I've actually not minded coming back from holiday. Everything's coming together now and it feels really nice. So I will bid you good night because I've got to go get my cases organised for tomorrow, going on holiday, and yeah, I will see you next week with our reaction to what the house looks like. Thank you so much for watching, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.